Welcome to Carolina Sculpture Studio. My name's Clint Button, and I'm a granite sculptor. Got a small stone here for a young baby that died at birth. It was a drug-related issue, so it was pretty tragic. And grandparents are raising the family, and they didn't really have the budget for a big elaborate stone. So this stone came in the studio a number of years ago. Someone wanted to be a sculptor. They knew what they were doing. They didn't follow my instructions, and they were carving some praying hands on the face of the stone. Well, this part of the praying hands ended up being exactly that deep. That's how deep they went before they realized they'd screwed up. So they abandoned the stone and never came back. And the stone sat here for a while, and when this family needed a stone, it was something that I had in stock, sitting here for free. So I cut about an inch off the face of an '06 die, and we developed this composition with some hobby store, faux flowers, because there weren't any daylilies in season, and worked with the composition a little bit. Wanted to do a grosgrain ribbon like some of the old-fashioned work that was typical of work done for each other in the industry. And the daylilies are heliotropic. They tend to follow the sun, so the most of these are focused towards a sun that's off to the upper left. And you've got 1, 2, 3, 4 sisters in the family, and then their little brother that died at birth. So that unopened bud is on a broken stem. And the lettering was just hand cut, hand drawn. It wasn't done with a stencil or anything. Meant to be very rustic on a grosgrain ribbon. And the stone obviously doesn't have a regular niche. The plinth is the base is made all in one, but I limited on the amount of space. So just it's fun to get to do work like this. It's really creative, where I've really got liberty to just do a good job, do the different carving and foliage with enough texture. As the old work is done, a lot of people don't understand this because they think that everything should be perfectly smooth. And it actually has a lot of texture in nature, and so you can differentiate the back side of the foliage from the top side, and also develop some softness, have different levels with the different elements of the flowers to try to make them look pretty, have some nice lines on this, and now obviously the ribbon. So developed it just from a little vignette that I made, and then carved it directly and added detail as I felt was necessary, and then drew the lettering on by hand and just cut it. So they're V-cut. They're not quite as deep as some of them, but it's a very small space. This barely fits, and so as it gets weathered and holds debris, it should look really gorgeous. This will go behind their house, out in the country, not in a public cemetery. It's a very intimate job. So, but once again, cool stuff. My name's Clint Button, and I'm a granite sculptor. This is Carolina Sculpture Studio. Thanks for stopping by.